Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
You said that shit already, Korax, old hat. We've seen it. Welcome back to Charles Plays HEXEN, motherfuckers. Charles in the house. And in the first episode we made it to this rather large open area. This is called 7 Portals, and it is where most people actually give up in their quest to defeat Korax. The reason is rather simple. This entire place has a fuck ton of doors, and can look rather daunting to the new player. An HEXEN welcoming committee is incoming, so first I'm going to rip this faggot of frit right through the bars.
What trickery is this?
And now I need to be slightly cautious. Dying before reaching the crystal vial horde would suck gigantic portions of cock. Bring it on, you ugly poofed pricks. Damn it, Baratus. Learn to block with that thing.
Destroy!
Alright, let's get the crystal vials before anything else shows up to screw us over. There is a long line of them here, and there are more of them sitting behind the nearby structure, along with a bunch of fleshes, and I would be doing myself a huge disservice by leaving them there. Here is the cache of items, with a total of 10 crystal vials and 8 fleshes. We can leave most of the crystal vials alone. We will no doubt want them for later. Even at this venerable old age I still have quick guarding reaction times. Sadly I took a hit, so I'll take it out on the poor schmuck.
Tremble before me.
Might as well then max out my health and grab the rest of the fleshes. So you have no doubt noticed all the doors around the area. There is a larger setback here, guarded by a whopping 2 HEXENs. Wonder why they even bothered, really. Anyway, beyond this large door is the exit of this area, and really the chapter. 7 Portals functions as a hub area, and we will need to hit the switches up on that structure to open the big door. To get up there we have to raise stairs. Oh, and that over there is a secret level, but don't tell anybody, it's a secret and shit. To raise the stairs we must enter the offshoot levels, but first, say hello to a new enemy. This is a serpent, and these Sparrow rode a souped-up version of one of these in the game Heretic. Despite that huge troll face with serrated rows of teeth, serpents do not actually have a melee attack, instead opting to fling fireballs in your direction. There are actually 2 kinds of serpents, the weaker green ones you see here, and stronger brown ones, that do more damage, and have splash damage on their attacks, making them the undisputed kings of starting infights. And on the subject of infights, let's get some going, so you can see just how pitiful HEXENs really are. Okay, off he goes. Now taking all bets, 50-1 odds on the HEXEN. The HEXEN got its ass kicked, not a big surprise. And I don't turn down free fatalities.
Waste my time.
Stupid lovable bastards. Now then, you can see another room on the other side of that small window. Walk up to the window to open the way to it. But before we proceed, these things require an explanation. Our ammo counter is down the bottom right of the screen, and there are 2 kinds of ammunition, blue mana and green mana. Our starter weapon doesn't cost any mana whatsoever, but the second weapon will use blue, our third will use green, and our fourth will use both of them. You can carry at most 200 of each kind of mana, so getting 22 per item might seem like a lot. I assure you it is not, because the second weapon uses 8 blue mana for every shot. And considering it is our only weapon with a ranged primary fire, blue mana is going to be a valuable resource as the fighter. In the regular HEXEN game, our second weapon would actually be the axe, which uses fuck all in comparison, but having a way to tag a fritz is going to be an absolute godsend. Also, your first weapon would be a punch, but I digress. We are now standing in front of a portal. In we go, motherfuckers. Welcome to the Guardian of Ice, the first of 3 side stages we will have to traverse more than one time. It's freezing in here, but that just gives Baratus an excuse for having a shriveled dick. There is only one way we can proceed to begin with, but luckily it's the way we want to truly head, because the next weapon awaits us, but not before we introduce this guy to our gauntlets.
Pitiful.
Compensating for something there, Baratus. Anyway, that is a door, and that too is a door, but it will be some time before we can enter those fuckers. Down this way is our prize. We now have the Thunder Crossbow, which Sergeant Mark IV basically tried out of Heretic. The crossbow will use 8 blue mana per shot, and its damage is certainly reasonable. It can take out an Ifrit with a single bolt, which is all you could truly ask for. the trouble with it, aside from the fact you can really only hold 25 shots at most, is that the accuracy is purposefully terrible until you reach level 3 and gain the ability to fire the damn thing straight. Until then, your shots will randomly go off to the sides. But whatever, level 3 won't take too long to get, and the ability to take out a Fritz from a distance is something the fighter desperately needs to survive on the hardest skill. The cleric once said to the fighter that God helps those who help themselves, so I'm going to help myself to all the fleshes in this room. And now this thing. This is an amulet of warding, and it is an armor item, and it is great if you are playing the mage. If you are the fighter, this honestly sucks. It gives you only 1 armor point, but I won't whine about it, because the mage needs all the damn armor the poor bastard can get his grubby mitts on. Let's max out our health and take a closer look at these 4 small platforms. 3 of these will instantly crush you when you step on them, and 1 of them will return you to 7 portals. So which one is the teleport? It's the one with the glowy sword, of course. John Romero might be a cock, but he's not that much of a cock. Who am I kidding? Lol, John Romero. And now we find ourselves back at 7 portals, greeted by a mess we made. Fuck off. I'm not the janitor, and I'm not cleaning that crap. I didn't give you permission to spawn cockhead. Anyway, this previously closed door is now open, and it will lead us to the next level. But before that, put up your dukes.
You fail to amuse me.
So much for 2 heads being better than 1. That switch has opened the way to the portal, but also opened a monster closet with a serpent in it. Inexplicably, your wooden buckler is perfectly capable of stopping the serpent's fire-based projectile in its tracks. You can't explain that, unless the other side is made of metal, but who the fuck knows? It does not appear on the fighter's sprite or anywhere else, so it will forever be a mystery. The winner of this fight would be a mystery, of course, and before the HEXEN gets hammered. Player Serpent is now dominating Player HEXEN. I think it's time to chuck a few fleshes around. As you no doubt noticed, I took some damage from my own fleshes despite being several meters away. Large splash radius on the damn things. We even get a perk to up their damage later. However, a quick warning. Only throw them if you have the HEXEN shield out. I will explain why momentarily. For now, we have reached another portal, so whatever are we waiting for? In we go, motherfuckers. Ah, Jesus Christ, lol, John Romero strikes once again. Goddamn it, Fritz.
Don't waste my time.
Okay, crisis averted. Welcome to the Guardian of Fire, which really should be called Guardian of Lava. We have a key type item to claim in here, as well as a switch to press. Furthermore, some Fritz to introduce to our fleshy collection. Missed one, did we? Let's introduce this one to the fucking ground.
This will please me.
I'm not a part of your system. Anyway, here you can see a new item. This is a Falcon Shield, and will give us 4 armor points as the fighter. The cleric will get 5, so it's technically his item. But 4 armor points is certainly nothing to scoff at. Behind the Falcon Shield is a switch. This switch is one of many in the game that will give a message much like this. 1/16 of the puzzle has been solved. Somewhere? I dunno. Right now we need to find another 2 switches to raise a set of stairs in 7 portals, but the other 2 are both in the level we have not yet been to. So all we need to do in here for now, aside from survive, is collect the key type item. Well, that was fun. I can't even see the floor anymore.
Pitiful.
Let's recover what health we can, and have a brief look around the room. That is now painted with HEXEN entrails. There is a bunch of blue mana that we are going to need shortly, and some lava. That makes me wonder just why the fuck Notch has not been sued. Need more bucket of water for obsidian. I know Minecraft physics when I fucking see them. Over here is a locked door, and we do not possess the required key to access the bitch. The key type item in this level is not the key itself, but it is required to collect the key. The item is across this pathway, and I know you're probably tempted to charge the fuck out of those HEXENs. Let me tell you right now that is a shitty idea. You might be wondering why. Well, as I charge across and collect the fleshes, lol, John Romero will strike once again. Yes, the pathway collapses into rather awkward pillars over a very long drop. If you fall, you are dead, no ifs and or buts. The door even shut, and a small army of Fritz is coming up to scorch the hell out of me. Time to put that crossbow to good use, I think. From this room we can funnel the Afrits through and kill them as they come, which is a much smarter idea than trying to fight them out in that precarious room, even with the crossbow trolling the fuck out of us with its terrible aim. Okay, that should be all but one of the little bastards. Come here, you fucking ditch. I ain't a part of your system.
Tremble before me.
My dad's not a phone. Blur. Seems there's an Afrit all the way over there who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Sucks to be him. Now that the Afrits have been dispatched, let's open the door and finally claim that godforsaken key-type item. It should go without saying, but for God's sakes watch your damn step out here. One misplaced foot and terminal velocity awaits you. We now have the flame mask, which we sadly cannot put on our face, and get flamethrowers for eye sockets. That would be metal as shit, but we will have to settle for a simple key-type object. Let's replenish our blue mana and head out the same way we came into this stage. We are finished in here for the time being. Barretters clearly has lava retardant feet. Rest assured lava is damaging, we just got lucky. For the last time game, I'm not cleaning up after myself. Get some plebeian to do it. As long as we are back in 7 portals, let's grab some of the leftover crystal vials. And now let's head over to the next door. That has opened up for us. You can tell we have not yet been in there, because the Etins that are roaming around still have pulses. And now we have fixed that minor issue. This room is a mirror image of the one right outside Guardian of Fire, so that is a monster closet with a serpent. Good, my Fleshay collection was getting bored. Goddamn, Fleshays might as well be hydrogen bombs with that blast radius. And what the fuck do you want? An axe to the face. There you go, poof to cunt. I see a little graphical bug. Look at that. That ain't right, but whatever. I still wish I could put the flame mask on and shoot fire.
What trickery is this?
Put it on, damn you. You wear a helmet, so it can't be a foreign concept to you. Stupid goddamn fighter. Welcome to the Guardian of Steel. Look at all the steel, just in case you didn't believe them. This is probably the most confusing of all the stages here, and since I just noticed I'm about to level up, I'm going to burn a quartz flask, so you can watch my maximum health rise by 10. Bring me that juicy score, motherfuckers. Okay, you saw it go up to 110 for about 4 microseconds before I got smacked, and that's good enough. We also gained a perk for Shield Slam, which lets it knock back multiple enemies. And speaking of enemies, you no doubt noticed the new one. These are centaurs, and in the original game they are annoying as hell, but for all the wrong reasons. Every time you hit the bastards, they raise their shield, and they are totally invulnerable while it's up, making them take painfully long to kill. As well as that, their shield can reflect projectiles. So really they are just Etins that are professionals at wasting your goddamn time. Thankfully, Sergeant Mark IV changed their AI, and now they aren't the same lava ring pansies they were, and in addition, they are no longer the only motherfuckers in the game that are packing a shield. Technically they weren't originally, but we won't see that enemy for a very long time, and it sounds like some infighting is going on in there. Let's throw the Etins a bone, and take out the serpent for them. And now let's take out the Etins themselves, because this British overlord does not take prisoners, only score. You cannot hide from me, you sneaky little prick. Thought you were being clever, did you? You know, I just realized I didn't explain why you should only throw fleshes with the shield out. The reason is threefold. Reason 1 is that you can throw them faster with your shield raised. Got to love beneficial bugs like that one. Reason 2 is that there is a bug, where throwing fleshes will waste the mana of whatever weapon you are currently holding. Got to hate nasty bugs like that one. The third and final reason is that throwing a flesher with the shield raised does not put you in a shield lowered state, meaning you can still block projectiles during the throwing animation. You can block melee attacks during the throwing animation as well, but if you are throwing fleshes in melee range, then either you are desperate as fuck, or are a Darwin Award waiting to happen. Still alive are you, Mr. Serpent? Suck on both then. That shut your big fucking troll face mouth. Or rather, scattered it into little juicy bits and pieces. And don't think I'm unaware of your cousin in here. Outplayed, motherfuckers. Now then, this elevator will take you to a lower section, and there are 2 blocked passages. The switch we pressed earlier has opened one of them. The right switch opens the left, and the left switch opens the right. Let's just label it HEXEN logic, shall we? And we will label you casualty.
Waste my time.
Down here on this floor are a pair of switches that will solve 1/84th of the puzzle on 7 portals, but they are guarded by a bunch of serpents in a cage. Luckily, we can hit them through the bars with a still inaccurate as hell crossbow. It takes 2 to 3 bolts to take out a serpent, so be sure to watch your blue mana, and make sure you leave yourself something once you finish this stage, because the very next thing we will face after this area is a new and incredibly top-tier enemy that will make my life miserable. Where's the third serpent? Oh, fuck him. There, 1 down and 1 to go. Let's take the elevator back up. We need to hit the other switch to open the other path leading to the switch. Exhibit would have a field day with this shit. Yo dog, I heard you like switches. The switch we are going to have to hit to change the path is located down where we shot Mr. Serpent. You didn't think I would fall for your pathetic chicanery, did you? Bring it on, all of you. Bring me that delicious score. I do enjoy knocking several dead-ends on their asses with 1 shield slam. Nearly back at our maximum flesh ace supply. Centaurs, show me your shields. I'll show you mine. Put that shit down, or I can't finish you off, thick-headed enemy. How dare you fling your shield in my general direction? You look nothing like a protection paladin. Oh hey, we missed a centaur. A shield and a wall aren't enough to save you from Charles Playworth, motherfucker. Now that we have pressed the switch, let's head back to the elevator and solve 1/48th of the puzzle. The other side is open now, and as with the previous one, a few inept guards are standing watch over the switch. In fact, it's just one. I shot the other earlier. There is a quartz flask down here. It might be too dark for you to see. And here we have the best armor item for us. This is mesh armor, and as the fighter you will receive 5 armor points for grabbing this sucker. It itself puts us at 40% damage reduction. Sure feels good to pick up, and son of a bitch, I seem to have found the other serpent. Come here, you cheap cunt, and meet Ambassador Crossbow. You might have noticed there are some items in that cage. We cannot claim them for quite some time, and we are pretty much finished in Guardian of Steel for the time being. But before I leave, I want to show that Guardian of Steel should really be called Guardian of Random Stuff. Our way out is down that corridor, but you can look through these grates to see later rooms, like that piston room in there. Missed some enemies, apparently. What's that? Finish you. Wish granted.
Destroy.
Painting the walls red is a full-time career in this game. There is another elevator here, but this one requires a key to access, which we do not currently possess. And the switches are blocked off by large metal obstructions anyway, so there's really fuck all else we can do in here. Time for us to make an exit. Let's see if we can get some mana and health on our way out. One more crystal vial game, cough it up. Bam, motherfuckers. Back to 110 health, and our blue mana is looking good, thank goodness. Back to 7 portals we go. Alright, this looks like a good place to end this episode. This has been Charles Plays HEXEN. Thanks for watching, and that Etin better not reach me before I stop recording if it likes to be alive.